Hi, my name is Brian from Keystone Environmental. In a previous video, I made comment about how I joke with remediators or other people around about how you can simply use water and skilled hands to clean mold and do other remediation works effectively, not being dependent on the chemical that's being used. But I wanted to build on that a bit more and touch on what a good remediator is actually worth. A good remediator has trained skills, gone and officially upskilled themselves to deal with these things, to upskill the hands. Because as much as I do joke that you can simply use water, but the skill is in the hand. So if that skilled hand is upskilled more than someone who might walk off the street or even someone who does their own property, there is a worth in that. There is a skill in understanding the client concerns and issues, as well as that might include the insurer themselves and what's claimable and what's not. It may be health concerns to avoid certain practices that might cause issues to people's health down the road. It's listening, using their ears to hear the concern, listen to what might have been affected, what might not have been affected, and explore those things as a good practice for interviewing. They can communicate clearly what their methods are, their processes, how they're going to go about things to the client, and how they might bring the job that might be compromised back to restoration, which is the job title of what a restorer is and a remediator is to fix what was broken and to bring it back to as near as it was previously. They can also communicate perhaps the science of how this happens, whether that be the science of drying. Drying is a skill. Drying, you don't just throw a dehumidifier in there and some air movers and hope some stuff works. A good remediator is worth knowing for how to deal with certain issues and off-gassing and different such things as this. They're worth their weight in gold. They will mention a good remediator is worth something when they mention if there is an issue that is ongoing or persistent. Yes, they're going to come through, they're going to clean what they've been asked to clean or brought in for a concern for, but if they find something along the way that is influencing what has been the reason for them coming, it's beneficial for them, not for them, but for the clients to understand the risks or hazards moving forward, that can be dealt with, that it doesn't become a risk. So a hazard is a concern, a risk is a hazard with exposure. So if we can manage the hazard, the risk of exposure is lowered. So dealing with an issue before it becomes an issue and mentioning that is worth its weight in gold. So a skilled and honest remediator will bring that forward. They're not there to wait and put a note in their system for a reoccurrence to happen, and they'll just come through and they'll spray some stuff in the air and tell you that it's okay. A good remediator is also worth the precision that they have, because they are trained, because they are knowledgeable, because they put themselves forward with passion. They are precise with the actions that they take, whether that be with the chemicals that they use or the methods in which they deal with certain building materials. That they go through and manage what is needing to be dealt with, and they do it well without extending past and stretching the budget or taking what they shouldn't be taking. A good remediator is also worth something when they're not fearful of an IEP, such as myself, an indoor environmental professional. when they're not afraid of the work that they're putting out, that they're so confident that they can engage someone such as myself, they are worth something. Not every job is perfect, but at the same time, if they are willing and humble to bring someone forward to upskill themselves, to test them as a third party, then that remediator is worth something, because they're wanting to learn, they're wanting to be better, and it's only going to be better for the client, insured, or the insurance firm that they may work for. That, in a nutshell, is what I feel it makes the worth of a solid remediator.
Yeah.